In this city, I'm proud that we celebrate and embrace people of all backgrounds, and ensuring inclusivity for all is one of my core values as Mayor of London. TfL conducts all its business and revenue-generating activities as efficiently as possible and to the highest ethical standards while ensuring compliance with its legal obligations. Advertising space across TfL is managed by its media partners who hold the rights to carry out advertising on the estate under commercial agreements. As the members are aware, income generated from commercial advertising is vital to fund TfL's operations and enable TfL to continue to run a safe, inclusive and reliable transport network for London. And there are comprehensive rules around what can and cannot run across the network. Adverts are required to adhere to the Advertising Standards Authority's advertising codes, which cover all advertising in the UK. The TfL advertising policy broadly follows the Advertising Standards Authority's advertising codes. TfL works closely with the ASA and its sister organisation, the Committee for Advertising Practice, which writes the national advertising codes. The advertising codes are the most consistent way to improve advertising standards, ensuring they apply to all advertising. It's worth saying that the advertising codes apply in London on all advertising estates, including TfL's and that owned by Network Rail, the London boroughs and private landlords. However, TfL has long been leading the way on advertising policy, and its advertising policy goes further than the ASA codes in some areas, for example, around body image and the food and non-alcoholic drinks that are high in fat, salt and sugar. All advertisements on the TfL network are reviewed on a case-by-case basis against the TfL advertising policy, so it can deliver a consistent approach and ensure advertising displayed is inclusive and suitable for TfL's diverse customers. TfL's advertising policy also reflects its obligations under the Public Sector Equality Duty and the Equality Act 2010, and TfL has regard to those obligations in its application of the policy. TfL and its media partners take their responsibilities very seriously. The work is also monitored by the Advertising Steering Group, which provides strategic advice and guidance to TfL on the application of its advertising policy. And the group's chaired by the Deputy for Transport, Seb Dance, and is composed of a range of stakeholder and industry representatives.
Thank you very much. Now, I want to focus on a recent proposal for wraparound digital advertising, and I've been contacted by loads of neurodiverse Londoners who are concerned about the installation of this wraparound advertising. They think it'll make the transport network a no-go area for neurodivergent individuals. They're worried for people who are living with epilepsy. They're worried about the background noise from these wraparound adverts affecting deaf or people who are hard of hearing. They're worried about the loud noises, flashing images, and someone whose wife has benign brain tumours describes having to turn away when a train pulls in to a station because movement makes her feel dizzy and unstable. So these are examples of the impact that Londoners have written to me of the impact of these adverts. So can you confirm that TfL is going to work with Londoners with lived experience of neurodiversity, taking a pan-impairment approach before they make any decision on bringing in wraparound digital advertising that potentially risk making parts of London's tube network massively inaccessible?
Well, Chair, can I thank the member for letting me know in advance of the concern she had. So I've looked into the matter she raises. Just to reassure her, these digital wraps are still in early development and will be subject to testing and assessment before they're introduced on the network. A full equality impact assessment will, of course, be carried out. But she raises specific points. Just to reassure her, in addition to, of course, the deaf and disabled organisations being consulted, TfL will engage with specialists through its Inclusive Design Centre for Excellence and will, of course, comply with the Design for the Mind, Neurodiversity and the Built Environment Guide, which includes specifically sensory considerations. She's raised really important points which are live to me, and I'll make sure that TfL considers them when it comes to not just this, but any plans going forward.
Thank you very much.